Today we're going to talk about Facebook ads, and we are going to start your Facebook ad, and it's going to be as simple as I can, but I also want to make sure that you're doing it so that you don't mess some stuff up. So, so I want you to go in, see this little arrow, this drop down arrow. I want you to click on that, go down to manage ads. Now there's a couple ways to get into managing your ads or the ads manager, but that's just the way I do it. Now, once you get into the ads manager, you are going to see this cute little button and it says create ad. Guess what? Don't push the green button. Basically, what that does is it has you immediately create an ad without any chance of saving your work for later. And, you know, we are all busy. So we may not be able to finish what we started because that happens all the time, right? So instead of creating your ad that way, I suggest going up to this little menu drop down right here called Ads Manager. Look for the Power Editor and click on Power Editor. The Power Editor is basically like a little subsection of Ads Manager where you can do all of your ad creation and save your work. And then nothing happens until you actually review the changes and finish the process. So this is a great way, if you are very busy like I am, to create your ads. Now, there are 3 steps to ad creation. There is creating a campaign, creating an ad set, and then actually creating an ad. So like if you're going to be running an ad for your free groups and you want to use the same information every time, you just want to change the picture or something, that's why this is created this way. And that's why there's 3 separate steps to creating an ad. So you first start with your campaign, which is like your folder, and then you have your ad set, which is kind of like a group within that folder, and then ads, which is a file within that group within that folder. Does that make sense? Okay, it is what it is. So hopefully it makes sense. Let's move on. First, let's create a campaign, and this campaign I'm going to call Free Challenge Groups. Okay, auction is fine. You can change clicks to website. You could do website conversions, which is what I'm going to do today, and then choose an ad set. So we are going to create a new ad. So this is going to be my April free group. Okay, and then my new ad, I'm going to name this ad Building Confidence. Confidence Challenge. Okay, so there you go. So now we just hit create. So there we go. We've started the campaign. We've started our free challenge group campaign. So now we can go in and create our ad set. So we see everything here. We can set a spending limit. So I'll set it at $100 just to do that. So I'm going to close that off. So now we see we have our campaign, and I'm sorry, I pushed the little pencil button. So to close that off. Okay, so next we've set up our campaign. So next is our ad set. So we just go boop, 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 ad set. You'll see it's asking for a conversion pixel. See this little warning? Pixels are a completely separate thing. I can't even explain the whole pixel thing. It is used in retargeting and remarketing, and I'm still learning about all that. It's way over all of our heads. Let's not worry about that today, okay? So let's just keep it simple. All right, so you push the little button. Now this little folder opens up and you see we are going to create our ad set. So we are going to look at first, we're going to skip all this stuff. So you see the name, the optimized for conversion, don't worry about that. We're going to see the budget and the schedule. So my daily budget, let's say, is $10, okay? Actually, you can even do, for the free groups, you can even do as low as $5 or whatever you want to do. So let's say $5. Now I'm going to have it start on whatever day you want to start it on, and then you can have it end on a certain day. So it's going to start, the group starts on Monday, so I'm going to have it end on Sunday because it's a free group. They don't have to buy anything, so that's fine. Now this ad scheduling, I was tempted to do this, but I was encouraged not to because give Facebook the chance to figure out when when is a good time during the day. So you could choose, and it's only if you're on a lifetime budget. So don't even worry about ad scheduling, okay? So you're just going to run your ads all the time, and that's fine. Now, audience. You can create a custom audience that you use all the time. So, which I have created a couple different audiences, but I'm just going to just do a different, I'm just going to create a new, not even going to worry about creating an actual audience. So that's something that you can save for future use. But today, for today's purposes, I'm just going to keep it simple because I'm going to assume that you're not even sure if you're going to run ads all the time. This is just to keep it really simple, just to test the waters and to see what's going on. So now it looks like everyone in the United States is going to be getting this. Now you can hone this in. You could do just, certain states. You could do just Florida. You could do just Connecticut, whatever it is. You could add Canada. You could, add different countries. My suggestion is to keep it as small as possible. I do the United States, sometimes the US and Canada, and you can actually run 2 separate ads to target Canada and then target the US and then target the UK, because let's say BeachBody is going to open in the UK at some point, or whatever. So you can actually target different locations, countries, or you can even get to just cities. You can even target just cities if you wanted to. But for me, I like the whole US. Okay, my age group, I like to just do 22 to 45. You can choose whatever age group you want. Think about your target market and who is your target market. I'm targeting women. So if you look over here, this audience definition, it is changing. So now we're down, we were like over 1 billion, and now we're down to 53 million people, right? So I want to get that even smaller. I want this number to be around like 200 to 500,000 people. Okay, so that's what we're going to keep an eye on. We're going to keep an eye on this number, this potential reach number, and trying to get it down lower. So we're going to change this to English. I want to only speak to English people because I don't know any other language. So now we're down to 50 million people. So there you go. Detailed. So now this is cool. So we can, if you're Spanish speaking, you could also do Spanish speaking since we have Spanish. You can do English and Spanish. So we have Spanish programs in Spanish, like 21 Day Fix. That's awesome. Now, the goal of this free group, the way I like my free groups I think of them as a way to introduce myself to new people, a way to develop relationships with people that I already know. Maybe they have been in a challenge group before, maybe they've never been in a challenge group before, but this is my way of giving something free, of doing something to show people what I can offer and what I can do and what I can do for them. So I'm thinking, and then so I have to think about what my end goal is when I'm looking at creating an ad. So my end goal is to get the people from the free group into a challenge group, and then from the challenge group either to continue on with Shakeology and their fitness in the Fit Family Tribe, my ongoing support group, or to get them to be a coach, or both, preferably both. So I have to think about the end result is basically a coach. And so who am I looking at? Who am I looking at becoming a coach? Who do I want to be best friends with for the rest of, my coaching career, my life, basically? And I want to think about those people. So what kind of people do I want to be connected to? I want people with certain behaviors. So I want people who are, motivated, right? I want, this is interest. See how it says interest? So I want people, maybe soccer moms, like soccer moms is a great target demographics. Okay, so demographics, that works. So now look at this. Now it's 12 million people, okay? So I also like people that are interested in marriage. I like married people. I like people that are interested in romance, in childcare. Let's see, I like people that are into family and relationships. Wine. Well, I'm going to put wine in here because I love wine. So their behaviors are wine. So their purchasing behaviors, they're actually buying wine. So that's cool because behaviors are really good. Behaviors tell you a lot, not just what they're interested in, but what they're actually doing. Okay, so that gives you a basic thing, and then you want to narrow your audience. So now we're down to 42 million. That's a lot of people. So now let's let's kind of hone in on this. So we want to narrow, see this, narrow audience. We want to narrow our audience. So we want to take at least, so they have at least one of these, and they're going to have something else. So now they are also going to have, let's see, I like people who they're online buyers. That's one of their behaviors, is they're online buyers. They like to buy online, right? And I want to narrow it further. I want them to be into health and wellness, right? Health and wellness. Health and wellness buyers. There you go. So that's a behavior. That's awesome. So that now brings us down to 560,000. So that's cool. Let's see if we can narrow this down even further. So they are, something like this. They're online buyers. And then I also want them to be, dun, dun, dun. Let's say business. They're also interested in business. What does that do? Ooh, 300,000 people. There you go. Perfect. So I think that is a perfect, targeted market. Okay. So you know what? I think it's so perfect. I'm going to save this audience, and I'm going to call this my coach prospect audience, or US market. There you go. Okay, perfect. So there you go. So that's going to be who I am personally targeting. The placement, just give Facebook an automatic placement, or actually no placement. We're talking about placement. Sorry. We don't want Instagram right now. If you want to get into Instagram ads, do some homework on that. We don't need audience network. That's something different. And we don't need desktop right column. So you do want to choose your placement. So you want the mobile newsfeed and you want the desktop newsfeed. You don't need the right column. Okay. And the mobile devices is fine, and you want to keep the bid amount on automatic, and there you go. So that is good. So we've actually narrowed it down even further to 290,000 people because we are just on the mobile newsfeed and the desktop newsfeed, which is what we want. So that's perfect. So even better. So almost 300,000 people. Perfect. Okay, so awesome. So we're going to click on the pencil and click that over. Now we want to actually create our ad. So this is the Building Confidence Challenge. So this is where we create what everybody is going to see. So we want to choose our page. So our page is our like page. So I run a couple different pages. So I'm going to choose my Coach Jamy page. Now, we're not doing Instagram, so we're not even looking at that. This is an ad with an image. I personally think that video is where it's at, and I eventually will get into more video ads, but right now I'm just going to do an image just for getting this video to you as fast as possible. So what I did is I have my own website. You don't have to have this. You could have it linked to anything, but I do have my own website, and I created a page on my website called Build Better Confidence. So I am going to, so this is where I'm sending people. So when they click on the link to my ad, it's going to send them to my website. This is great because then they can check out more about me. They can be like, oh, wait, this is our website. I can go check out more stuff. Or maybe they won't even realize that, and they'll just read this little snippet, and then they will click here to join the Facebook group. So that is how I want to do that. So I'm going to copy that website URL, put that in there. Perfect. It turned blue. That means we're good. And then if I wanted, okay, so this display URL is already, so we're going to do, just in case, my actual website is what I want to be displayed, just in case. Now, the cool thing about this is you've connected it to your coach, your business page. So it's actually going to have a like page option here, which is awesome, because then if people don't really want to do your challenge, but they really like what you got going on, they can click like page. And so then you can get some likes out of the deal. So that's awesome sauce. And now the text. So this is going to be something catchy, something like, have you ever avoided, because we're talking about building better confidence, right? Avoided social settings for fear of what people will think of you. Have you ever considered, or have you ever not asked for a promotion because you didn't want to be rejected? Do you consider yourself shy? And then the headline would be, join my free 7-day confidence building challenge. Something like that. Challenge. Okay. And then the description is going to go below. And don't worry, the image is coming, okay? That'll be after we do this. Okay, so the description is going to be, if you answered something like this. I mean, you guys get creative. If you answered yes to any of those questions, or this post is making you think a little bit, I would love for you to join us. What have you got to lose? Nothing. Click the link to learn more. Okay, So the image, now you, let's see, here is my image. Okay, now the image is a little funky, so I gotta crop it. You can create your image in Canva. That's one of my favorite places to create Facebook ad images. So there we go. That's just going to update. Perfect. The call to action button is to learn more. So when they click on learn more, it will send them to that website, this website URL. So there's learn more. Perfect. So there you go. So here is your ad. You just created your ad. Have you ever avoided settings? There you go. You've got everything. Okay, it was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now to get it going, you have to now review the changes. So you click on review changes. Now there is a warning. Now the warning has to do with the conversion pixel. So please choose a conversion pixel. Try to apply changes on items. Yeah. So I'm just going to let Facebook apply the changes that are necessary to those items because we're not worried about pixels. They, if they, like, it's not a big deal right now. Okay. Let's just get going, get some ads out there, and worry about pixels later. All right. So there you go. We're going to continue. It's going to apply these changes. Changes, go, 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 go. This is so exciting. And now we are done. We know what the error is. It's all about the pixels. So there you go. So you are done. And now you can go back to Ads Manager and you will see it will be pending review. So let it load everything. And then it says, let's see. What is free challenge groups? Is that what we just created? Free challenge groups. It's not delivering right now because it needs to be reviewed, and so we will keep an eye on it. Right now I have a couple other. I already have one going on. So I have 2 ads that are active right now. I have a sneak peek campaign, and then I also have this building better confidence that I just went with you, but I'm gonna say no to this. Anyway, so there you go. So I love running ads on Facebook. I get so much from it. I feel like it really works well. And I am excited for you guys to start running your own ads. So give me some feedback and let me know your thoughts, and we will go from there. Have a great day, guys. Bye.